On this episode of Nebraska Nightly, Nebraska football prepares for Michigan State, a historic deal for women's name, image, and likeness, and the Husker soccer team continues their postseason run.
Live from the Don and Lorena Meyer studio at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln College of Journalism and Mass Communications, this is Nebraska Nightly.
Welcome to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Harmon Johnson. To lead things off today, Nebraska is coming off a homecoming win against Purdue last Saturday, and Matt Rule said it came in ugly fashion. With that win, Nebraska has earned a spot at the top of the Big Ten West with a 3-2 conference record, tied with Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. Also, the 5-3 overall record puts the Cornhuskers at just one win away from heading to their first bowl game since 2016. For anxious Nebraska fans who have seen multiple years of one-score losses, high expectations about the future can sometimes overshadow the present. Coach Rule reminds his players to just trust the process.
To me, we've gone from talking about close losses to ugly 31-14 wins. Now this could be a close loss this week, so we have to fight the fight of the process, and that's the process sounds so stupid, but it's just really just doing what we're supposed to do.
We now look at what many Nebraska fans have been tortured with in the past years, the one-score losses. In 2019 and 2020 of the Scott Frost tenure, the Huskers lost 7 total games by one score, before the historic 2021 season where Nebraska lost 8 games by one score. Matt Rule has thawed the frost, however, with his only one-score loss so far to Minnesota. Sticking with football, it's time for our Husker Player Spotlight. The football win last Saturday helped Nebraska athletics go undefeated for the second weekend in a row, and a big factor in the derailment of the Boilermakers was defensive back Quentin Newsome. Newsome was named the Special Teams Player of the Week in the Big Ten Conference, the first recipient of the award for the Big Red since 2018. Newsome recovered a muffed punt in the first quarter, while also returning a blocked field goal 68 yards for a touchdown. On defense, Newsome also had 5 tackles and a fumble recovery. Last season, Newsome was on the fence on whether to return to Nebraska for his senior year. He commented on his decision to stay after the game last Saturday.
I feel like I didn't do enough here, and I just wanted, to, be a part of, turning Nebraska football, bringing it back. And I stayed for my teammates. I just wanted to go out with a bang and just, a lot of these guys I've been here with for a while. So, it's not like playing with your brothers and knowing they got your back just like I got theirs.
Nebraska volleyball team captain Lexi Rodriguez is making history as she signed a name, image, and likeness deal with the Panini brand. Rodriguez is the first female collegiate athlete to sign an NIL deal with the Panini brand. She will get her own special trading card. The card is the first created for NCAA women's volleyball and will highlight Rodriguez's performance during Volleyball Day back in August. Rodriguez said of the new partnership, quote, "This is just another opportunity that little girls will see that can give them hope for the future of women's sports and being able to collect their favorite players." The card is part of the Panini Instant brand, which offers trading cards for a limited time after special events. Rodriguez and the Huskers will return to action Friday night against Penn State on the road in State College. It's been a frigid week so far, so as the calendar flips over to November, meteorologist Logan Schlottman previews the start of a new month.
Thanks, Harmon. Yeah, for your weekly weather Wednesday wrap-up, we're going to be seeing these temperatures around in the mid-50s. Temperatures are going to be increasing a little bit throughout the hours, with 52 in Lincoln, 48 in Omaha, 51 in Ellsworth, and 59 in Scottsbluff. For your radar, we're not going to be seeing any of that rain. We're going to see a little bit, just of a shower that's going to be going from South Dakota, as you see here, all the way over Iowa, but Nebraska's going to stay clear, and it's going to be very dry for the next 5 days and for the weekend. And for your 48-hour surface analysis, we're going to be seeing a little bit of a cold front that might blow through here, but it's going to bring very minor temperatures. That's going to be throughout the night as well, with a little bit of a stationary front going from Montana down to Colorado. We're going to see this a lot of low pressure transverse over from the Midwest, and it's going to disappear. Well, we're going to be seeing a lot of mixed precipitation over in the Pacific Northwest. That might bring some, a little bit of some rain down to the southern western part of Nebraska, but not likely. Like I said, for your rain chances, it's going to be very dry. We're not going to be seeing any chance of rain until Monday, and that's a 20%, and we'll see our high of Tuesday with a 30% chance before we finally dip down to a 10% chance on Wednesday. But for your highs, we're going to plateau at around mid-60s with 65 on Friday and Sunday. So it's going to be a very nice weekend, so definitely spend it outside. Before we finally dip down into some colder temperatures with 54 on Monday, 50 on Tuesday, and then a low of 49 on Wednesday. And for your 3-day forecast, we're going to be seeing really nice temperatures, like I said earlier, 58 for Thursday with the south 5 to 7 mile per hour wind before we get to Friday and Saturday with 65 degrees, mostly sunny with a southwest wind of 8 to 13 miles per hour before on Saturday as well with 63 degrees with a southeaster wind of 6 to 10 miles an hour. And for tonight's forecast, it is going to be 25 degrees, mostly clear with the south-southwest wind of 5 to 7 miles per hour. And then from 6 to 3, it's going to be 49 all the way down to a 29. And looking at the week ahead, we're going to be seeing those temperatures slowly increase all the way to a high of 65 on Sunday before finally going down to a low of 49 with cloudy on Wednesday, and then Tuesday's looking mostly sunny. We'll take it back to the desk.
Thanks, Logan. The Nebraska women's soccer team braved the elements and won a Big Ten tournament quarterfinal match last Sunday. 15th-ranked Nebraska will now travel to Columbus, Ohio, where they will face the nation's number 12 team, the Wisconsin Badgers, in the Big Ten semifinals. The Huskers hosted the Badgers back in September to open Big Ten play, resulting in a 1-1 draw. The last time Nebraska beat Wisconsin was in 2021. Nebraska will have to bury the Badgers if they are going to continue their search for their first Big Ten tournament title since 2013. Kickoff from Columbus is set for 4 p.m. on Big Ten Network. While the 2023 World Series is in full swing, pun intended, the Rangers hold a commanding 3-1 series lead after slugging their way to an 11-7 win last night. The Rangers are searching for their first World Series title after being one strike away in 2011, while the Diamondbacks look to earn their first ring since 2001. Tune in to Nebraska Nightly on Friday as sports director Nathan Hawkins spoke to the Rangers' senior director of ballpark entertainment and co-JMC alum Chris Dreicher. The 2023 state volleyball tournament is underway in Lincoln. Shout out to Wallace High School for qualifying for state in Class D2. Here is a list of the matchups we're covering on KRNU2. So far in the tournament, the 1 seed in Class B Norris swept the 8 seed Bennington, and 4 seed Bennington sweeps 5 seed Gretna East in Class C1. The 1 seed Kearney Catholic sweeps Syracuse. You can tune into all the matchups today and throughout the week on KRNU2. That's our show. I'd like to thank you for watching. Tune into the next show on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Nebraska Nightly is a student production of the University of Nebraska's College of Journalism and Mass Communications. Have a great day.